Episode of Barely Out of Bounds. It's your boy Rico Daddy Slick here.
How did your crew not get out there? They're playing off!
On the green, we sway with a beer in hand every day. From the tee to the hole, we're just trying to keep control. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise, for the love of the game and the haze. For the love of the game and the haze.
I don't know if it's about to this class. I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Barely Out of Bounds. It's a golf podcast where we talk about golf, drink some beer, have a great old time. I'm Preston Creston.
And
Join me as always is Zach is too scared. And we're here to have a great time tonight.
He said it. That's awesome. That's all I wanted.
Oh, wait, dude, you got me. That's crazy. Oh, man, you so got me, dude. I don't even know how. I don't know if I'll ever financially recover from that.
Now he's trying to play it off like he didn't, like he knew what it was.
Zane.
Okay.
Anyone over the IQ of 50.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. DuckTales. All right. All right. So we're going to have a good time tonight talking the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow.
Yeah.
Big event, another major championship on the year. But before we get into any of that, we need to talk about what we are drinking tonight because as always, life's better with a drink in your hand. What are you drinking tonight, Zane?
Yeah, this is a beer podcast. So I have the Champagne of Beers, Stella Artois.
That's not the Champagne of Beers.
Well, what is it then? It's a premium lager beer.
Yes.
Brewed in the USA. Did not know that. Under the strict supervision of the brewmasters from Leuven, Belgium, for uncompromising quality. And I will taste this uncompromised quality of this Stella Artois in Zachary Smith.
No way. There's no way.
What way? Oh no, it's spilling. Way to go, Mom. Way to go. Suck it down. Suck it down. Faster. Do it on camera. Do it on camera. Suck it. Oh, suck it. Oh, yeah. Daddy. Oh, keep going. So anyway, as I was saying, we actually have these new Barely OB, Barely Out of Bounds, I guess what do you say, pint glasses with the Barely Out of Bounds logo right there, established 2023. And then we also have on the back, be ballsy, because we want you to be ballsy. And so here we go. Let's go ahead and give it the pour. Oh, yeah, look at that. I should have chilled the glass first, Zach. I should have chilled it. Oh, it's perfect. Look at that head. Look at that head. Beautiful. Let's go take a little taste.
All right, I'm just going to put it in there for now.
Zach is trying to recover after
I'm going to have a conversation with Mom. This is
pretty
2 weeks
embarrassing
in a row.
opening.
This is 2 weeks in a row. Just can't happen. Just can't. We got to be better.
That's right. If you're gonna start a brewery called the Free State of Smith, it's got to be of the highest quality.
You know, I like Irish car bombs as much as the next guy, but I don't like when my beer explodes.
You just got to suck it down fast, bud.
Dude, there was no sucking that. It's still going.
You've got to chug. Chug, 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 chug.
My stomach's going to hurt after that.
It should. Chug.
What are we going to do instead?
Recover.
We only had one beer.
Uh-oh.
We're ready for tonight.
Oh, no. Zachary, you didn't get beer, did you?
Huh? Well, I mean, I had a bunch.
You're gonna.
I don't know if I can trust any of them now.
You're gonna have to drink.
This is ridiculous.
Just drink a scotch. We know you have scotch there.
Thank you.
It's got rum and grenadine in it.
Oh, I was about to say it tasted a lot sweeter than normal.
I was giving you a new drink.
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out mid-show.
What are you doing, dog? This
I'm
man
getting
ain't ready.
Okay, listen. The production team here is very strong, and they're trying to assist me while bad.
No, I have all the faith in the production team.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. Zach needs to get his act together. That's what needs to happen.
You know what? We'll do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
We're doing it live right now. We're doing it live right now. It's happening. We are in the real world.
All right, we're just going to scrap that whole intro. Hello and welcome back to
Oh, you should have kept going with the bit. I would have followed along.
I didn't want to.
Okay. Killed the bit. We dead. So anyway, Zach, I'll go ahead and take over the reins.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what? Actually, Zane, you talk for a second. I'm going to get another drink.
You go get another drink. I'll talk for a second. So we're really excited. He's gone. He's just dead. Anyway, so we're really excited because we've got and of course he did that. Okay, thank you. Somewhere behind the scenes, Zach is like, okay. So here's the thing. God, this is embarrassing. So we're going to be covering the PGA Championship today. We're also going to be covering, congratulations to Sepp Straka for winning the Truist Championship. Obviously it really stinks. Shane Lowry couldn't get it done there at the end with the double bogey in the 18th, and hitting it left into the hospitality tent. However, we are going to be going over the PGA Championship. I still think, Lowry has a good shot. He's playing great golf. They all are. Rory McIlroy's playing great golf. We will be doing DraftKings picks. We'll be sending the link below. We'll be doing a
DraftKings picks.
DraftKings picks. So we'll be doing DraftKings picks. We'll be telling you what our picks are for the event. If you'd like to pick the same ones as ours, please don't. We want to win all the money. And then what we're going to be doing after that is we're going to be kind of going over the course. We're going to be going over obviously we already talked about who we're already going to have talked about. Using future perfect participants.
Hey, Zane, let's just use our words.
I know. It's just you frazzled me tonight. That is what has happened.
Hey, listen, that's my goal every night.
So anyway, what we're going to be doing after that is we're going to be going over the course, what our expectations are going to this event, and hopefully we'll have a great event. And then we've got a couple other stories there at the end that we're going to share with you guys.
Thank you.
Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right, Zane. And I have
Zach,
a drink.
Let me ask you, what are you drinking tonight?
So glad you asked. This is actually special. I've been saving this for a special occasion. It makes sense that we're doing this on the eve of a major championship, even though it's the worst one. Objectively, it's the worst one. I don't care. I'm having from the Drinking Horn Meadery in Flagstaff, Arizona. We're having some root beer. And it's a root beer flavored mead. It tastes like
it's not beer.
It's root beer. Root beer.
Is it alcoholic?
Oh yeah, it's mead. It's like
it is mead. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought for a second there you were drinking like a
I'm gonna lose my mind.
It did not spill. It did not.
It fucking exploded in my lap.
This is comedic gold. field. This is what we want.
This is unbelievable. Not
Hold
as
it
bad.
up to the camera. Hold it up to the camera. Oh no!
Not nearly as bad, but worse than I was expecting.
Oh no! Oh yes!
Oh no! Oh yes!
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh, dude! You just can't catch a break. We're 10 minutes in. And
I
you
know. We got 2 drinks spilled, 0 golf talked about at all.
Yeah, burying the lead. We shot him and put him 6 feet under.
Cheers.
Cheers to Zach. To your good health.
Oh man, that's good too. Golly. You know what? If you were anywhere in Arizona, I don't care if you're in Tombstone, Arizona in the southeast, drive to Flagstaff, try this stuff out. It is incredible. It's like the best mead of all time.
You mean Tucson, Arizona?
No, Tombstone is in the southeast. Tucson is near Phoenix, which is in the center. Zane, I know this.
Tucson's in the south.
Tucson's in the center near Phoenix.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure
That's
is.
Scottsdale.
Yeah, you're probably right. Tombstone's in the very far southeast, though. I do know that.
Tucson is the south. Southeast.
Tucson.
It's not Tombstone.
Tombstone is also in the southeast.
Oh, it is in a city in Arizona.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apologize.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just southeast of Tucson, which is also in the southeast.
Yes. So I was talking that's what I was trying to get. Tombstone's about as far as you could get from Flagstaff in Arizona. Drive
Use
to
your words.
Flagstaff. Drive
Use
to
your
Flagstaff. Try out Drinking Horn Meadery. They make great stuff.
Yes. And
And
be
you can
ballsy.
order online in most states. In Georgia, you can.
You can or can't?
You can.
Oh, you can in Georgia. You can order online. That's cool.
Yes. That's why
That's
we got
awesome.
these online.
That's really cool. So anyway,
Oh,
Zach,
yeah.
let's
man.
go ahead. Let's go ahead.
That's
right?
brought a new life to the party. Let me
Let's
tell
go
you
ahead.
that root beer.
Okay, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Also, my crotch is cold and wet.
I'm happy for you. Now let's get into the meat of the show, please. It's 12 minutes
Let's get into the meat of it, Zane.
All
Let's
right.
talk about
So
some meat.
with the PGA Championship, right? With the PGA Championship, we're really, and Zach maybe will agree or disagree. I think major championships, whether they're the PGA Championship or not, should play very, very difficult. The hardest one should be the U.S. Open. Am I correct?
Correct. I agree.
Okay, so the PGA Championship should still be hard. Zach, I would say as hard, if not harder, than the British Open. Would you agree?
Kind of depend. British Open is so weather dependent.
Agreed. Okay, I totally agree.
So,
with
like,
you. And
if
it
you get
depends
good
on the
weather-
venue. And it
Yeah.
depends on the venue.
Depends
Of
on the
course.
venue and depends on the weather.
Of course. So, but here's my issue: is we have now gotten reports. Obviously, we've gotten people talking about the event, people talking about the venue, what to expect. The problem is that Rory this is just one of the quotes from the players this week, is from Rory McIlroy. Obviously, he's playing good golf, so take it with a little grain of salt. But Rory McIlroy says that Quail Hollow isn't playing any more difficult being a major. He said, quote, I think it was going to be a different it was going to feel different because it was a major championship. And I got out on the course yesterday and I felt no different than last year at the Wells Fargo. The rough, it may be a little juicier. Okay. So one thing that they've got going on, obviously it rained a lot. They were talking about using preferred lies in the fairways starting tomorrow. They aren't going to do it. They've already admitted they aren't going to do it. It's drying out enough to where they don't do that. But Zach, what's your take on what's your expectation this week, especially given that it's going to be a pretty wet golf course out there at Quail Hollow, and given the fact that you get these quotes like from Rory?
Well, I mean, looking at the course, and I watched the cut series from Grant Horvat and the Bryan brothers, and I will say this: For me and you, this course would play hard.
Yeah, sure.
But if you are accurate and long off the tee, this course is going to be one of the easiest you play.
Okay.
Expand. So like watching, it's like you're watching Bryson and Rory and guys like that bomb the ball and are pretty straight off the tee. They don't miss a ton of fairways. When you're watching those guys play this course, they're able to take lines and attack this golf course in ways that other guys can't. And I understand that's kind of the thing with, hitting the ball further. You could get better looks and stuff. But it takes out a lot of the teeth of this course if you're able to get it, like if you're able to just bomb the ball. Because this course is playing relatively long. The rough is pretty thick, but the fairways aren't super, super tight. Most of the fairways you're getting flat lies. So I mean, it's just one of those. It's a golfer's course. I don't know how else to describe it. You're not grinding a ton on this golf course.
Sure. Would you agree with like Hunter Mahan saying that he compared Quail Hollow to a quote Kardashian for its modern, beautiful design, but suggesting it lacks soul or character?
Yes, I 1,000% agree with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing when you watching people play the holes and you're like, oh, that's a nice hole. That's a nice hole. But nothing sticks out. There's nothing memorable about it. And I don't like that. It's just a personal thing. I want something to be memorable.
Sure. It is going to play long this week. It's 7,600 yards. Over says 7,600 yards. It's par 71 as well. So we're looking at a very, very long PGA Championship golf course. My only concern is, are the fairways going to be tight enough out there to give them the challenge? And is the rough going to be high enough to give them a challenge? Just judging from what I'm hearing from the players, it's not.
No. I mean, I'm expecting what? So here is a big prediction here, Zane.
Yeah.
I think. Let me think about this before I talk out my butt. I think the winner gets close to 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a shame.
I agree, but I think
that would be a shame.
I think we're looking anywhere from 15 to 20 as the winner.
Let's ask. I'm intrigued on seeing what Grok says. What do you think the winner will be shooting at Quail Hollow for the PGA? Did you see Michael Block's in the lineup?
Yeah, dude. Who's excited for the block party?
Who's your favorite? What's your favorite pairing going out on Thursday and Friday? What's your favorite?
There's
pairing?
a couple good ones.
There's a list. There's a list that Nuclear Golf put up. That's got a good list. It's let me just read off a few. So we got Eric Van Rooyen, Michael Block, and Mackenzie Hughes. You got Brooks Koepka, Ricky Fowler, and Shane Lowry. That'll be.
By the way, do you see how the PGA announced that pairing? This is diabolical.
Who?
The PGA announced the pairing. They said two major champions and a fan favorite. This is how they announced that pairing. That's how they announced
with Brooks, Koepka, Fowler, and Lowry?
Yeah.
How is Fowler a fan favorite?
That's how they announced it.
That's crazy. That is diabolical. Like, that's just really hurtful for Fowler. You can't imagine he liked that.
Two major champions and a fan favorite. Fowler's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Fowler's
Everyone's like,
shoot me.
Everyone's like, who's... Oh, yeah, Fowler hasn't won a major. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think the winner will be shooting at Quail? So you're saying 20 under? Let's see what Grok says.
I'm saying close
PGA
to
Championship.
I think it's gonna be between 15 and 20. I think 17, 18.
Let's see what Grok says. Predicting the winning score. Hold on, it takes a while to get to the conclusion. Did you just die? Oh no, Shadow's fine. I thought he fell
That's
off
good.
the
I'm
couch.
glad your dog didn't die.
I'm glad he didn't die either.
Dude,
Damn.
this stuff is so.
So
good.
this is saying that it says this prediction hinges entirely on typical major. He just died. He just fell off the couch. It says this prediction hinges on typical major conditions, significant weather changes, e.g., heavy rain or firm fast greens, and this could shift the score lower to like 13 to 15 under or higher 6 to 8 under, respectively. I'm thinking, especially with the rain, I'm thinking it's going to play a little softer than major conditions. I'm not going to go as far as saying 20 under. I think that's
I said close. I think 18.
Ridiculous.
I think it's 17, 18.
I think that's semi-ridiculous. I would say, I don't know. That 15 under sounds pretty about right for me. I think that might be close. Because if we look at like the data golf, real quick, because they all do these like course history models and stuff like that. If we go to like course history, so let's go to the model. Let's go to course history. Where is it? Course history tools. So if we go to Quail Hollow.
I mean, Rory shot 17 here last year.
Understood. It is playing a lot longer than it did last year. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I haven't looked. Hold on. Course stats.
I think it is playing longer than it did last year. So if we look at the 2024 Wells Fargo Championship, right? Rory
playing about 100 yards longer.
Only 100, really?
He's playing 75, 38.
Wow. So you might be right, especially if Rory's already saying that it's not setting up any tougher.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a very good point. And he's playing really well still.
Yeah.
After his Masters Championship win. So I mean that lends credence to your 20 under. It's very possible. Here's the thing, right? If we go back to what Rory did let's see if I can pull it up. What did he shoot?
Shot 17 under.
He shot 17 under there.
Shot 17 under. He went 67, 68, 67, 65.
If we can go back. Well, let me go to 2005 or 4. It won't let me go back that far. Oh, there it is. No, even then it won't let me go back that far.
Now, granted, he did win by 5 over Xander Schauffele. But that was all pretty much picked up in the final round.
There it is. 2024 Wells Fargo Championship. Perfect.
They were both right there. I mean, Xander had the low of the week at a 64 in round 1.
Yeah, he won by 5 though.
But that was all in the final round.
Yeah.
He won by 6 shots in just the final round.
What was the final round? Oh, there were other people that put low numbers on the final round, so it's not like you can say that was just Rory playing out of his mind.
Ben on put up 6.
Yeah, I don't know, man. 17 under would be laughable for a
major championship.
I hope you're wrong. I hope I am
too. Listen, I would love to be pleasantly surprised.
12 under, I wouldn't be too mad at, honestly. If it's 12 under and it's because here's the thing, you can cut greens, you can roll them, you can keep the grass high on the rough. But one thing you can't do very well unless you're the Masters Championship is dry out the greens very easily.
Unless you have that stub air.
Yeah, and so I'm not really too concerned if it's 12 under. Dude, if it gets above 15, we've got to talk about this PGA Championship thing.
We've got to talk about let's maybe find better venues for the PGA.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think that's been the problem with the PGA Championship is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is it doesn't have an identity.
Well, I think that's why they moved it. It was the last major. They moved it to the second major. And I think that's why they moved it, is because it, quote, didn't have an identity. You know what I mean?
I think by making it the second major, I feel like it's just the major that everyone's like, oh, we got to get this one out of the way before we go to the British.
Well, that's kind
Or
of
the
the
US.
reason. That's kind of the reason it was good to have as the last major.
Yeah.
It's because at least it was
then
the last major of the
last
year.
Major, yeah. Now it's just that major that's in between all the other ones we want to see.
That's right. You're right. It is the venue choice. Harding Park was a bad choice, in my opinion. I just don't. They choose a lot of these weird choices that don't. Again, at least if you're the U.S. Open, you're choosing like Chambers Bay. Like Chambers Bay is still a beautiful venue.
Yeah.
And it's still a major championship worthy, even though the greens sucked that year. But the one thing about it is, like with picking stuff like Harding Park, I really didn't like Harding Park.
That was in Kentucky, yeah.
Colin Morikawa won it.
No. That was out in
Yeah,
California or something, wasn't it?
I think it was on the coast somewhere. Where is Harding Park? Where is Harding Park? It is in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So TPC Harding Park.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is like they choose these courses. There's just no soul to Harding Park.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the main criticism with this course. I mean, you look at it, it's a beautiful golf course. There's nothing technically wrong with the golf course. It just doesn't do anything for you. I think that's fair. That it's just like a nice golf course. It's not a golf course that you have an experience at.
I'm not sure what you mean.
So like, think about like US Open venues. Like there's things about US Open venues that make them tough. Like the way they set up Pebble Beach whenever they go to Pebble Beach. The way they set up Torrey Pines, the way they set it up when they go there for a US Open. All those courses, like there's iconic holes. There's iconic moments, specifically down the stretch where you have a tough hole that is going to be a separator. Or potentially close the gap. So it's not over by the time you get to 15, 16, 17. Because you still have to make these shots happen that are particularly difficult.
I think there's a reason why this doesn't have, this tournament, this venue doesn't have a whole lot of history to it.
What I would love to see, Zane, is I want you to make, because the US Open used to kind of be this, and it's not anymore, which is kind of sad. But make the PGA the wood-lined major.
I wouldn't mind that. The problem is they'll never do it. I'll tell you why.
They probably won't, but
I'll tell you why they won't ever do that.
Imagine if that was like the identity of this major.
I'll tell you why they'll never do it. They'll never do it because tree lines eliminate spaces for crowds.
That's true, but they already don't have crowds at the PGA like they do at the US
They
Open.
do, because it's a major, so they do still get crowds at the PGA.
Not in the same way as US Open.
They do, because it's the PGA. I know you're wrong about this. They do because it's the PGA.
Okay.
It may not seem as electric, but they do get crowds there. Now, here's the thing: is they just same thing that happens with these golf courses are also getting rid of tree lines left and right because of the health of the grass too.
Yeah, I know the Pacific Northwest is a little bit easier to do that.
Yeah. Well, the Atlantic Northeast has a lot of tree line fairways.
Yeah.
So the thing that I would totally agree with you. I'd love to see them lean into that or get some kind of
go to
identity.
Enjoy. Put money in Enjoy and turn that into a major.
Enjoy would be a good place. They already used to play events there. They play senior events there, but you would.
I don't know if they still play.
It would be hard. You'd need to find a place with tree lines that you can also lengthen to. The problem with a lot of these courses,
getting it up to 57, 56.
Problem with a lot of these courses is a real estate problem. Like there just isn't enough room for these tee boxes to move back far enough to get to 7,600 yards.
Well, Zane, we just
not saying you'd need that. Not saying you'd need that. I bet you could make a major worthy championship course 7,500 yards if you really wanted to.
Well,
or
I mean,
even
I
less.
think the big thing would be putting in, like, if you got a tree-lined course, put in dog legs. Where, like, if you want to you can try and take it over the trees.
Tree-lined courses would play harder, period, because you're
Yeah.
having to shape it.
Yeah.
And that's why I agree with you. That would be a really great test. That's one of the reasons why, honestly, that's one of the reasons why we see with like the US Open how it got so much easier over time is because they took that away.
Yeah.
You know, they took that away at Pinehurst number 2. They took that
Well,
away.
I mean, that course was falling apart.
I get
before
it.
they made the changes.
I get it. But they did take out all the tree lines.
Yeah, they did.
And so it's going to make it easier. In my opinion, you got to tree line it. You've got to pencil thin fairways. You've got to grow out the rough. I would have 2 shades of rough. One that's like super high. One that's ankle height.
Fescue, and then that's pretty high, and then a first cut.
Correct. I'd have make sure the bunkers aren't total. Like have little bits of like not rock, but you know what I mean. Pebbles in them.
Yeah.
Make it I mean, there's ways you can make these major championships harder without just.
I would just like to see the PGA Championship get an identity in my lifetime, because so far it hasn't had one.
Well, it's never going to have one playing courses like Quail Hollow.
No, it's not.
Again, not saying it's a bad golf course.
It's a good golf course. It just like Hunter Mahan said, it's just soulless. Has no character.
Yeah, there's really nothing to it, is there?
No, I mean, when
you watch nothing like you remember. Like,
yes, that's what I was saying earlier. There's not a hole you see at Quail Hollow and you're like, that's an iconic Quail Hollow hole.
Or just of the course in general. Like you see Pinehurst number 2 holes, you're like, oh my God, that's Pinehurst number 2. You see Bethpage Black, same thing.
Yeah.
Marion, same thing. You know what I mean? TPC Sawgrass. That's got several iconic shots at TBC Sawgrass, but you don't get that at a Quail Hollow, which is unfortunate. And then they've tried to get that by naming, obviously, I think it's 16. Which holes is it at Quail Hollow that are the Green Mile? I can never remember this because it's not one of my favorite courses. 16 through 18. That's right. Obviously, that's the Green Mile. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not very.
It's interesting because that's going to be the winning score, 16 to 18.
Damn.
In a major, believe it or not.
So anyway, yeah, I'm not really. I hope that they don't shoot that, but with Bryson and Rory in the field, it's hard to see how they don't overpower the course.
Yeah. That's my worry with this course. Watching it on camera several times, it's just kind of like I could see these guys just absolutely overpowering this golf course.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, let's go into who we think is gonna perform well. If you guys would like to join us, Zach is going to add the DraftKings link. You guys can always pick your own entry or contest as well.
I don't have it on my computer. It's on my phone.
Okay, never mind. It's called the PGA 40,000 Caddy single entry. You only get to enter once. Oh my gosh, it's already full. There's another one popping up. There's another $4,000 Caddy single entry. Please join us. We will be starting our own soon. But if you can join us, that'd be great. So what we're going to be doing, Zach, is we're going to be doing a snake draft. Me and you, we're going to be doing a snake draft, and we're going to be picking who we want in our lineups, or who we want.
Well, we already did our lineup.
I know. You don't have to pick the same ones. You don't have to pick we can pick the same ones, but we're gonna go back and forth. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's not a snake. We're just gonna tell it who we got.
We're just gonna,
in your first spot, who you got in your first spot for
my number one spot is a guy who likes to birdie a lot. And he likes to birdie a lot so much, he's made it a series on his YouTube channel, Break 50. We got Bryson DeChambeau. I think he's taken it down. When I opened up the app and I was looking at the guys, he's the first one I looked to, just below Rory. And then I looked at Rory and I was like, no, I want Bryson to win, so I'm going to pick Bryson. So I got Bryson at number 1. I just think this is a course he can overpower and dominate, frankly. Now, that's not saying Rory can't as well. He won here last year shooting 17 under and said it's not playing any harder. So, I mean, I think that I think we're going to see kind of a same pairing final day. I think Bryson and Rory are going to be in that final group on the last day. If Rory was going to win another major this year, I think this is the one.
Yeah, 100%.
But I went with Bryson just because I would rather Bryson win.
So I'm not the biggest Rory fan. I do think Rory's going to take it down. I've got Rory. I picked Rory in my used a lot of capital, but that's okay because there's a lot of guys with lower capital that are kind of dark horses that I picked up. So I picked Rory. I just think he's playing really well. Obviously, talking like that, he's got a lot of confidence going into this event. I just think this is the one. I think he takes it down. I really do. I don't want to say that.
If there was going to be another one he would win this year, it's going to be the PGA
at Quail Hollow. Anyway, Zach, go ahead with your second.
At my number 2 slot, I got a guy who's just consistent. He's just consistent. He's got 5 top 10s this year. He has not missed a cut yet, and that is Mr. Jason Day. He performed very well at the Masters. He's in form. He's playing well, and it's going into a course where, let's be honest, if it's not playing crazy tough, Jason Day is going to be able to get around this golf course.
And he won there in 2018, by the way.
And he did win there in 2018.
And in 2024,
so I got Jason Day in my 2 slot there. Again, just a consistent guy. Don't expect him to be outside the top 20 by the end of the week.
He's a really good pick. I'm picking Ben On. So Ben On, he placed 3rd in 2024 there. He didn't play really well there in 2018. He did get cut in 2021 and 2023 there at the Wells Fargo or Truist, whichever one you want to call it. And the problem was he wasn't playing well at the time. He's playing well now. I believe he puts together a really good round. He definitely has the ability to make a lot of birdies. And he's long off the tee. So I'm picking Ben On.
All righty. In my number 3 slot, I got a guy, again, Mr. Consistent. Zane loves this guy at another particular major, but I think he's going to perform well in this one. He's only missed 1 cut this year. He has 8 top 10s, including 1 in a major championship, and that is Mr. Corey Connors.
Oh, I love Corey. I almost picked him. But
I think he's going to play very well out here. Again, he's just Mr. Consistent. He doesn't make big mistakes, and I think that's going to help him a lot on a course that doesn't have crazy teeth to it. Not that you can't bogey out there, but this course doesn't have crazy teeth. He's a guy that keeps the ball in play, hits greens, and makes birdies.
I like that pick. I really like that pick. All right, I am going with, and this was my biggest dark horse pick, Lucas Glover. T16 in 2024. He didn't play. I believe he didn't play. Hold on, let me just make sure of this. He did get cut in 2021, 2023. He wasn't playing well at the time, but now he's playing pretty good. If we look at Lucas Glover right now, he's kind of on an upswing. He didn't play too well at the Truist Championship or the RBC. He was T61, T66. But I think he's going to overperform at this course, which he tends to play well at. So there's that.
All right. My next pick, we're going back. Zane, we're going back. We're going with another guy who performed very well at the previous major championship in Augusta. Plays very well there in general. I think he's got the game to perform very, very well here as well. I'm going with Mr. Patrick Reed in my 4 slot. Captain America is back. I don't think he wins, but I do see a top 20 in his future.
Okay. All right. I actually also picked Patrick Reed. I just think he's got it. I think if you look at it, you'd be crazy not to pick him. Back before, obviously, the ban in 2021, he placed 8th there in 2018. He was T28 in 2019. And then in 2021, he T6 there at Quail Hollow. I just think this is one of the courses he plays well. He's also on an upswing, which makes it very interesting. I think he could take it. I think this is one of those things where he's on the upswing.
Just right course, right time.
He's the right course, right time, and he's playing well on the live. So he was T4 at Korea. He was third in the Masters, obviously, after the hole out on 17, and T17 in Mexico City. This is if he's going to win a major, this was going to be the one he wins.
All righty. Next, I got two dark horses. Okay.
All right.
And we're going to start with a guy that has not missed a cut this year. He only has one top 10, but he also top 10 at this tournament last year. And that is Mr. Denny McCarthy.
Good pick. That's a solid shot.
He is an absolute cut line genius. He does not miss cuts. And as we all know, Zane, when you're playing fantasy golf, you guys got to make the cut. You got to get points on the weekend. You got to get points on the weekend. So I think Denny McCarthy makes the cut here. I don't see him making a run because unlike some of the other guys that I've named, he is not a guy that can overpower a golf course. But because of how good his flat stick is, he's going to be in this event. He had a top 10 here last year. So I think this is a course that sets up well for him.
Yeah, he was playing well last year too at the time when this was playing. But I know he dropped off the last 2 weeks, but his strokes gained is still pretty high compared to the average golfer on the PGA Tour. So I do think he has a good shot at least top 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Justin Coates said not happening. Is that the burner account for Denny McCarthy? I hope not. So anyway, Xander Schauffele. I picked Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele, I choose you. He's going to play so well at this event. He is never ever since this tournament's been held, ever since a tournament's been held here, he has never not made the cut. In 2018, he finished T72. 2021, T14. 2023 and 2024, he was 2. So he's going to play well at Quail Hollow. There's no doubt about it. He's also playing well when it matters. He's kind of on a downswing from whenever he was playing really, really hot golf. But he's kind of leveled out. And obviously at the Truist, he was T11. RBC was T18. This is the one, again, he's going to probably top 10. Justin, you're an idiot. Justin Coates said terrible course for him. You're an idiot. He literally was second place the last 2 times he played in the event or in an event at this venue. So go ahead. That's just
all righty. My last dark horse pick. Okay, this guy just had a top 10. And he has played very well this year. He's only missed 3 cuts. And the last cut he missed was at the Arnold Palmer in March.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with Mr. Stefan Jaeger out of Germany, international player. Again, for me, this is just finding a guy that's hot at the bottom of the board, finding a guy that's hot that I think will make the cut. There you go.
Interesting choice. I mean, he did play well at the Truist, so he placed T7. But that's an interesting choice. I don't think he's going to do too well, just judging from his obviously Data Golf has the strokes gained versus expectation. I don't think he plays super great at Quail Hollow, but I could be wrong. I mean, 2023, 2024, both top 30s, so who knows? And then I picked for my last guy there at Quail Hollow, I picked Mr. Gary Woodland.
I saw him and I couldn't.
He's on his way back. He's on his way up after obviously the brain surgery and stuff that happened to him. And he obviously hasn't missed a cut since the Players Championship. He's top 40 at Valero. He finished top 2. He finished tied for second at the Children's Houston Open. And then RBC, T61, Truist, T34. And he has a very solid history at playing this golf course. He withdrew in 2019, but 2021, he finished 5th. 2023, T14, 2024, T38. And again, like Zach said, with a guy like Gary Woodland, you're trying to get him to make the cut, maybe make a run. I mean, that's what you're trying to do with a guy like Gary.
Yeah, when you get it to the bottom of the board, it's just about getting guys that make cuts.
Make cuts. That's right. Or you think are going to make this cut, which matters more than anything.
Yeah.
And obviously, if you can get a guy that may make a run, that's even better. A guy with like a high ceiling, high floor, high ceiling kind of deal. Yep. So anyway, so I feel pretty good. I mean, you picked a great team. I think I picked a better team. And then
Uh,
what did we want to do? What did we want to do for?
What do we want to put on the line here, Zane?
What are we putting on the line? Are we putting money or are we doing shots? Usually we do shots.
This is a major,
Shot,
so we got to double the bet.
Shot.
So we're gonna
do 2 shots, 4 shots.
How about this? I got
4.
something for you. I got something for you.
Let's hear it.
We'll do Apollo hot sauce chicken tender and a shot.
How about just like 2 shots?
Come on, man. What are you scared of?
How are you going to give me the Apollo hot sauce?
I'll give it to you, dude. Don't worry.
How are you going to get it to me?
I'll get it to you, bro. Trust me.
I'll get it to you, bro. Trust me, dog.
Trust me, brother.
This is stupid. No, I'm like, why would we?
Oh, he's scared, ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
already doing the hot sauce thing for if you can actually beat me in a tournament this year.
If I can actually.
We're already doing it.
Fun.
That's already on the line. So pick another one, bud. Pick a much more interesting way.
That's just for me, though. You're not even involved in that bet.
No, I am, because I said if you beat me in one, you said there wasn't a tournament this year that I would beat you.
That's not what I said.
That is exactly what you said. And then I said, if you
go
beat
back
me in
and
one,
watch the tape.
I've got the clip. We shared the clip.
I said if you beat me in more than one.
Oh, we're about to pull this bad boy.
You can pull it up. I know exactly what I said.
We're about to pull this bad boy up, bro.
Pull it up. Pull it up and share it.
All right.
Show everyone how big of an idiot you are.
No, I know I'm right. Was it on Instagram? Was it on
on my Instagram for sure?
What was your Zach Smith? Was it Z Smith Golf?
I think so.
Okay. We got it. Yes, it's the rivalry. Hold on. Because I've got to play this for everybody.
All right, share it, dude. Let's share it.
I'm gonna humiliate you. I'm gonna humiliate you right now.
You're just gonna humiliate yourself.
Another club rope hat because I own
hot sauce on it. And for those of you who don't know, that's the last stab sauce. I'll eat 5 wings with Apollo hot sauce if this guy beats me in more than one event this year.
If I beat you in more than one event this year, is what you said.
Yep, that's exactly what I told you. I said.
No, it wasn't.
I said if you beat me in more than one.
So if I beat you in 2, that's lame. I thought you were saying something way more profound.
No.
Well, mine went over the top. So
that's why it was
if you listen,
that was like, because Zane, let's be honest.
If you play it further, I said though, if you beat me in 1, I'll do it.
More than 1?
No, 1. If you beat me in 1 event.
Jesus. That's a lot of confidence.
1. Yeah, it is. I got that confidence, brother. Yeah, dog.
Although I haven't played golf all week because I've been doing the PGA.
I have,
program.
dog. No days off, brother.
And you're still this bad. That's crazy. Okay.
I shot 200 today on 9 holes. What have you done?
How many people were with you?
0.
Okay. So it doesn't count.
Yeah. Okay. Like, I play better when the pressure's on. We know that. Like, I birdied.
Do we?
Yeah.
I've never seen you shoot 2 under, so I'm just.
I birdied the first 2 holes at the
Zane,
US Open qualifying.
Language.
I birdied the first 2 holes.
I wasn't with you.
I wasn't with you. Everybody can look it up, okay? And then a Ranger. You can't look this up, but I already said the story. Freaking USGA rules official.
All right.
Anyway.
What else are we talking about tonight, Zane?
I think we should go right into the next big thing, which is, and Zach's going to love it, is the whole stupid little, Bryson thing.
Yeah.
I think Zach's going to love this. Share to this tab instead. There we go. So Rory reacts to Bryson saying he didn't speak to him during the final round at the Masters. We've seen the clip. So just to preface
the full clip.
We've seen the full clip. It doesn't look like he's actually angry at Rory for not speaking to him. He seems way more exacerbated with the stupid questions than that. He seems really mad at the fact that they're like taking up his time
They're
to
trying
ask
to
him
like,
about Rory, talking to him after the event, which he oh my God, he hadn't even had the opportunity to talk to him.
yeah.
So like Bryson didn't give two craps. If you watch the split up clip, it makes it look like he did.
Yeah.
If you look at the spliced clip, it makes it look like he did. But go back, if you're somebody who believes that Bryson actually cares, go back and watch the full tape of that question being asked. Anyway, so let's go ahead and play this. He said, quote, "I don't know what he was expecting, like we were trying to win the Masters." Here we go.
I don't know what he was expecting. Like, I mean, we're trying to win the Masters. I'm not going to try to be his best mate out there.
So this is, again,
I want to just say this.
Rory is not, there's one of three options. Rory either hasn't seen the video and he's just taking this. I haven't heard the question, so it may have been a leading question. Rory could just be taking the bait for the leading question. 2, Rory's actually seen the spliced up version, which makes it look like Bryson was actually pissed, and Rory thinks it's stupid. Or 3, Rory's actually seen the full video, and Rory is just being a nubbins. You know what I mean? So,
okay, I'm gonna say this. This is why people fucking hate this guy. This is why people fucking hate this guy.
wow.
Listen to his tone. I mean, I don't know what he's expecting. Like, we're trying to win the Masters. I'm not gonna be his best mate out there. Like, what? Like, he just sounds so pompous and such an asshole. Like, this is why people hate this guy. This is the way he carries himself.
Yeah. Well, he is from the UK, so there's
God.
I don't know what he was expecting. Like, I mean, we're trying to win the Masters. I'm not going to try to be his best mate out there. Yeah, look, everyone approaches the game different ways. And yeah, like I
see, and that part makes me think that it was just a leading question. Like, he actually hasn't seen the video. This whole part where he's like searching for words.
was focused on myself and what I needed to do.
Hey, stop it.
And that's really all that it was. You know, it wasn't anything against him or against it. Just I felt that's what I needed to do to try to get the best out of myself that day.
So that's what that tells me, and maybe you have a different. Why did you mute me? I just said you muted me.
Because you were whistling to your dog while the video was playing.
Okay. But anyway, so that just tells me I don't think he's even seen the video.
I just think he sounds like a dick. I don't. That's my only take on it.
Rory always sounds like a dick.
But that's why people hate him, and that's why I hate him. And I am officially a Rory hater. I came out, guys. I came out.
We know.
I'm a Rory hater. But like, how could you not? Like, look at this guy. Like,
we know.
Look at his stupid, dumb face. Look at that.
We know.
That made it smaller. Look at that. Oh, that's Donald Trump. Look at that stupid, dumb face, guys.
So, in other news, let's go ahead and talk over the other news of the day. We have new live golf news. Not the best news, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
It's not. It's bad.
But this is from Golf Week reporting. It says during meetings this week in Saudi Arabia, which if you didn't know, President Trump was in Saudi Arabia giving talks. Yep. President Donald Trump is expected to tell the Saudi government that the deal between the PGA Tour and LIV will be on the tour's terms and will not involve a long-term future for LIV. Tiger Woods reportedly went to the White House last week to help craft the messaging with Trump. Now, I'm probably got a different take than Zach on this.
Okay, let's hear it.
I think that if you're thinking that this is something where Donald Trump's going to tell the LIV or PIF to go screw themselves, I think that is a bad read on the situation. Okay. I don't think that's what's going to happen because he does have really good personal relationships with players on LIV. Mm-hmm. E.g. Phil Mickelson, E.g. Bryson DeChambeau. He's got plenty of good graces with those players. And for him to message to the Saudis just, oh, it's just going to be on the tour's terms, and the players on LIV aren't going to get any way back into PGA Tour events, and they're just going to absolve the LIV Golf League or whatever. I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's much more likely that I think it's much more likely that Tiger and him were trying to craft a way to probably get some concessions from the Saudis, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to figure out a deal that would make sense for the players on LIV. I doubt it's going to be something where they tell the LIV players to shove it. I doubt it. What is your take on this situation?
My take on this situation is all it takes to get Donald Trump to do what you want is to have sex with one of his relatives. Just start boning him, and then you'll get exactly what you want. I mean, that's the only takeaway. Also, I'm wondering where or when the
it's
apology.
So true, though. It's
I'm
so
wondering-
true with the Abraham Accords. And
I'm wondering when the apologies coming from Brandel Chambly, Jay Monahan, and others, when the United States is partnering with Saudi Arabia, but it's such a terrible thing that Bryson DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, all those other guys are terrible people because of 9/11 happened, and I'm just wondering when that apology's coming.
it's never coming. You don't.
I think
that breath, that bit of breath that you're holding, doesn't need to be held.
I'm just saying. I think if you're gonna, if your number one guy Tiger Woods is gonna have sex with the guy that's partnering with Saudi, maybe call him out. I don't know. Why is there double standard there? Is there double standard for some reason? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I do think this is one of those things that I think the media are reporting it in this way to maybe try and push them that way. I think this is a lot of wishful thinking on the tour's part if it's just going to be like here's
the thing. There is no deal that the PIF will accept that destroys LIV.
Well, there is deals that they would accept that destroy LIV, but there's no deal that they would accept that destroy LIV that don't also provide a way back for the players and don't provide an ownership stake in the PGA.
Yes, but so it wouldn't be solely on the tour's terms. There is no deal that the Saudis would sign that is entirely on the PGA Tour's terms.
Correct. It would need other concessions somewhere else.
They would need concessions everywhere.
Yeah.
Because
I agree.
Their business is to get into the business.
Yep.
Because they're planning for when their oil runs out.
Yep.
And we've talked about this a ton of times, so we don't have to go into that, but that's the whole idea of the PIF. Mm-hmm. Is diversifying investment.
That's why they go into do the soccer thing with Cristiano Ronaldo
and Neymar.
And Neymar. That's exactly right. That's why they're doing that. So I don't see it turning out like some obviously there's tour stands just like there's LIV stands like Zach. And
I'm not a LIV stan. I just report the fact.
I didn't say nothing. Yeah, I did. And I just think it's one of those things where it's just wishful thinking on their part. Listen, I don't think that's how it's going to.
I like LIV more because the PGA Tour is run by Satan himself. So
yeah,
that's the snake in the garden.
Yeah. So is Israel. I'm just kidding. So don't kill me. So anyway, so let's go into a flashback. 25-year-old John Daly. This is what we live for. So hopefully we have something crazy like this happen. That would be awesome. Like Vince Whaley's first alternate since the Heath Eagla dropped out. Hello. I hope Vince makes it to Quail Hollow just to see if he can get in, because this is what John Daly did, and he won it. at Crooked Stick Golf Club. He drove the night and made it in time. He would play in his first major championship and win by 3 shots, taking home a cool $230,000. Here we go.
I've never seen people get gathered up like this for one player so quickly.
Chills just ran down my whole body. The fans are just super, and it's so great that they're behind me, and I would love to win this thing for them.
Sunday morning on the locker was Jack Nicklaus. Basically did say, go get him, Jack Nicklaus, and I still got that framed in my house. That was pretty cool.
I wonder if he still got it framed in his trailer.
To me, it felt like there was 60, 70,000 people around that hole. I mean, lined up on 18, around the lake.
That's a cool golf
I mean,
hole.
it was just awesome.
That is a cool golf hole. Yeah, Crooked Stick's a good course.
Why do they go there still or no?
It might be one of those courses that they can't, or was that Bellarive? Oh no, this is just showing that is where that is. He played at Crooked Stick. So yeah, that's saying the 2018 one is at Bellarive. I don't know. Let's go to Crooked. Let me check Crooked Stick real quick. Hold on, let me search. Crooked Stick. Let's see what they had there.
It's one of the top 100 courses in the U.S.
They don't play there anymore. It's not coming up on Course History Tool.
Wow.
Why don't they play at Crooked Stick anymore? Why don't
Did they kick them out?
play at Crooked Stick? Maybe they're affiliated with Trump. Golf club anymore.
The Pete Dye design. That's why everyone hates that guy for no reason.
No longer has enough space to accommodate the demands of a major event.
Really?
That's crazy to me, though. The PGA had noted
Did you
that
see
holding,
how many?
Yeah, that's nuts, dog. I don't believe that's crazy.
You can't work around that, like.
Well, so for anybody out there, Austin Country Club is not that big, and they used to hold the Dell Match Play there every year, and that's a big event. That's a World Golf Championship event, and it's not that big. I mean, they don't have a ton of space. Like, this is crazy.
It's in Carmel, Indiana. How many people are in Carmel, Indiana?
PGA has noted that holding a major championship has become increasingly due to demands, obviously, larger television compounds, media centers, blah, blah, blah. While Crooked Stick previously hosted the PGA Championship in 1991 and was recognized for hosting it. So you hosted the tournament of the year and you can't make
it work? What the?
That's somebody doesn't like somebody. Somebody screwed somebody's wife and somebody's
mad.
That's what happened.
That's what we call.
That's crazy, Tom.
That's what we call. You know what we call that, Zane? We call that the Greg Norman dilemma.
That is the Craig Norman dilemma. That's exactly right. This is crazy. They don't have enough space. More than 140,000 fans packed the. That's crazy to me.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. You get a venue like that, you make it work.
Agreed.
The tournament of the year and you never go back.
That's diabolical. Hey,
that is diabolical. What the hell?
Stop it. That is diabolical. Anyway, so that's all.
Shout out to Crooked Stick. I want to go play there now.
Yeah, that's nuts. Oh, we'll
probably
go play there. Do you want to go play
in Indiana?
I mean, we can just do a golf trip or something.
Yeah, I guess we could.
You're in the PGA. Probably give you a good rate.
I am in the PGA. I got to get to that level 2.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Zach, do you have anything else to talk about?
We already talked about merchandise a little bit.
Yes.
Barely
OB.
This beautiful polo is brought to you by Yada Golf.
I wish it would. Is it not?
It's not.
There it is. There it is. B-ball. Yeah, boy. That's a pretty glass. I love it.
This shirt is brought to you by Yada Golf. You can use the link down in the description below. Get 10% off your order. They just had their summer line come out, and they also have special shirts for the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow.
Very nice.
So make sure you guys check them out and pick it up. It does help support the show. And other than that, we will see you guys next week as we break down everything that happens this week
Quill Hollow. Oh, do you want to do a cut line event on Saturday or Friday?
Yeah, let's do it. On Friday night.
Friday night? Okay. That's
Friday
fair.
night. Yeah.
All right, cut line
Friday
event Friday.
night around 10 p.m. We'll be doing not 10 p.m. Jeez, I gotta get up.
That's
at 6
way
in the morning.
late, dude. Yeah, no.
Friday night at 9 p.m.
There you
We
go.
will be coming on here talking about everything that happened at the cut line, talk about how the fantasy stuff is going on DraftKings and all that beautiful stuff. Other than that, we will see you guys then. You guys have a beautiful week. Enjoy the first 2 days